Right, well, hello there. Oh yeah, I did plug in the webcam. Not that you really need to see me, but who knows? Ah, there I am. I'm even shaved. Well, it is Friday afternoon. Um, I have 31 jumps to go to my next waypoint, and I'm just gonna do some exploring for the afternoon. Um, yeah, flying around in the 34th century because I'd much rather be here than in the real world. Hmm, that's good. Thought I pressed the key to. Oh, there we are. Frame shift drive charging. Adjustable particular system. So fuel and move on. So just to let you know what we're up to this afternoon, um, may be able to tell I have my track IR on, so I can look around just in case I find something worth mapping. Um, and the main aim of this particular stream is to reach an O type star, which I managed to find rounding around the galactic map. I may share some secrets on that a little bit later. Well, this is a good start, isn't it? How exciting! Two jumps, two stars, and that's it. And your heart take the excitement. Oh well, we got 29 more systems to go until I find this O type. So we might find something worth looking at. A class. I do love these fight stuff. We got something to scan this time. Ooh, waterworld. Multiple. and not tagged. Very nice indeed. I think we might actually surface scan them. Not that I actually need the exploration revenue. Um, but it's nice to get your name on. So, for the benefit of anyone who's never encountered me before, um, I am a very long time Elite Dangerous player. I've been playing since Elite Beta, Premium Beta. Sorry. Um, and I took this particular commander I'm playing with on the Distant Worlds expedition. I can expedition um, early last year, and never quite got around to bringing them back to civilization. Because I have two other mouse. I've got two other commanders who I may introduce um, at some point. Um, so yeah, got the triple. Not interested in C. Waterworld. There we are. Okay. So usually I only stop for Earthlikes. But Osners, as I like to call them, worlds, obviously. Um, they are quite valuable, so always worth getting your name attached to them, either with a detailed scan or with a surface scan. You may be able to tell from the look of the Milky Way there, we are a long way from anywhere civilized, which at the moment is kind of how I like. So bearing in mind how previous streams have gone, I probably don't want to let this go on too long, because I'll just end up having a blue screen of death and crashing out in spectacular fashion. Um, so hopefully we'll be able to get to this waypoint and end the video in a civilized manner rather than just crashing to desktop, which is what I here to normally do. Ah, leap of shame. Like a very bright polar cap. Except, well, it would be if I was looking at the right thing. That's a. Don't mind me being a muppet. Please don't overshoot again. You overshot. It is at times like this where I wish I brought a slightly more responsive ship in Supercruise. But hey, gives us a bit of a chance to look at our surrounding. That big, huge, bright star field of really young, hot stars tells you that we're at the edge of a globular cluster. Lots of nice, young, hot stars to discover in. That's a water world. Kodak moment coming up. Oh, this is the tide surge by increasingly battered anaconda. You can see my distant worlds registration. There is Galaxy. Is my ultimate, well, medium term goal anyway. That's a very well. Well, that's a screenshot that's gonna go on Twitter later. Right. Well, now I'm gonna show you the advantage of having head tracking when you're doing surface scan. So my usual technique, find a pole, like so, lay down a probe as close as you can get. Quite a large 1.5 Earth mass without being able to see the grid close enough. I got a quarter of it. Excellent. Now, follow one of the lines of longitude down. Find the other pole. Love the lighting. Being able to see just how thin the atmosphere is compared to the size of the planet. Very much looking forward to Odyssey when we actually landing on thin atmosphere world. Okay. Road number 2. Right. Probably figured out by now the most efficient excuse me. The most efficient way of mapping this planet is to find the equator, stick another probe down, and then fly to the opposite side of the frost, sort of. I'm generally not too bothered about hitting the efficiency target or not. It gives you a little bit more cash when you come to hand in the exploration data. Filter through 90 degrees, fly along the equator, keep dropping probes till you got the surface done. So 66%, I'm probably going to need it. Hopefully not. And here's where the grid can be used generally, kind of like 4 squares at the most on a world this size. Goes. Very nice. One more should do it. So having the head tracking just makes it that little bit easier to know when you put the throttle. Good. So we got about 4 longitude lines. I get right on the vertex. Almost. Lovely. Let's go do the other one as well. Now, you look through the window there, you'll see a nice little nebula. I think that's the nebula I have just flown from. If you were watching the last video, all of my streams at some point are going to end up on my YouTube channels. If you miss a stream, catch up. Happy weekend. It is wine o'clock. Do we see if we can not do a loop of shame this time? Probably not. Definitely not. That's what you get for looking at your second monitor with your stream window on it, instead of actually playing the bloody game. Slow down. Trying to figure out where the Milky Way plane is. For screenshot purposes, of course. Try and bring it down over, make the mapping a little. Got a much smaller ice cap. Screenshot first. Mapping lake. Nice composition on. That paint job needs some love, doesn't it? For the state of that. That's what we call a. Excuse me. A Beagle Point paint job. I never get tired of looking back at the galactic. Even just see Andromeda there, just to the right of the top center. Yeah, I like that. Right. I am going to need very, very frank. I'll be back. That's better. Okay. Yes, I. Yeah. Right. Let's quickly map this lovely little Cosner. quite near the pole. I've been playing this game for 5, 6 years, and it still blows my tiny little mind. Every single one of these bright dots visit. It. Right, poll number two. Sorry, that was just very interesting. Rain cleaner or something pulling up. Poll number two. Oh dear. Honestly, it's not COVID. COVID does not make you sneeze. Makes you cough. Allergies. Allergies to what? I'm not sure. Probably humanity. So apologize in advance for any snorting. Thanks. Definitely gonna need two more. Mm, drop the next. Yeah. Oink. Two more. Okay. Counting four out there. One more robo. So 5 point. Oh, unexpected bonus for a water world. That's have a quick look at this. See what the surface gravity. 2. Not sure that's going to be terraformable. Bad world that. Okay, moving on. So yeah, you can probably see just above my little navigation marker there that there is another little killer. We will take a look at that in due course. All stars. Try not to be distracted. Russian fiddling about with head tracking. Ooh, okay, I don't think I'm going to be surface scanning all of those. Only a world. Possible down there. The hellscape. don't think I'm going to be finding any lumpy potatoes. Nice, really small radius. For reference, the radius of Earth on average is about 6,500. What I'm really interested in, other than the absolutely fucking massive worlds, there you are. A little under half the radius of Earth and only a tenth of the. Yeah, it's quite small. I'm going to map it. NE. Have a look at that. That might be nice. Ah, got life on it. Always work. On or less. Bigger the gas giant, the more valuable it is. Especially if it has rain. Take it. Oh, that's getting there, isn't it? 408 kilometers. You can see it's a little irregular, but not the best I've found this trip so far. You know, under 300 kilometer radius, and you're really tall. Okay, we'll leave it at that. I'm just scan this only what ends. There it is. Will we avoid the loop of shame this time? Not bloody lightly. Suppose the one disadvantage a track IR system I am is that you can always tell whether I'm checking my chat window or looking at Twitter on my phone. God, we're nearly 45 minutes into the stream already, and I've only done 5 systems. Well, I suppose for me that this is a good thing because it means I've had a few nice objects. Right. Set up the screenshot, preferably without overthink. Sure you're fed up on the loops of shame by now. Well, this is prime Thargoid real estate, isn't it? Lovely nebula view overlooking the center of the galaxy and a globular cluster. Plenty of seaside resort. Nice big huge ammonia sea. Nice little hive. Very pleased, wouldn't they? I'll do. Right, get it mapped. Right, not quite so easy to identify the poles here, so we'll just like a probe down, see what happens. Oh, that's quite near the equator. All right. Work our way round. As usual, we're not really worried about the efficiency bonus. Unless you're spamming probes like a muppet. It's actually probably harder to miss it. slightly smaller, tenth of that, so I only need to get to the lay down another probe there, stick another on the pole, and then see what's left to do. Hopefully not much. And one about there should do it now. Lovely. See what there else there is to see. Fully scanned, apparently. Move on somewhere more interesting. A class? The cos session. Oh, that explains it. Uh-huh. Quite a nice class too. Ooh, quite small. That moon has a moon. Doesn't look. Almost got some lumpy potato. At some point, I do have to do a proper statistical analysis to work out where you're most likely to find moons and planetary bodies that have radii of less than 500 kilometers. My intuition as a graduate of physics, space science, and technology does tell me that. Ooh, 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 ooh. You would think that they would be more prominent in systems where have lots and lots of bodies. Um, that looks like a really brilliant place to ground material. That's not the smallest thing I've ever seen by any stretch of the. I I paid a visit to the so-called quantum world, which is about half that size. But I've quite regularly come across stuff that is showing up as 0.0000 Earth masses and has radius of under 50 kilometers, certainly under 300. But that's the smallest thing I've seen for quite some time. I will screen you that, and you can bet that we are going to visit that, despite it being 50,000 light seconds. Because I wanna pay a visit. I'm gonna tag that, and that's generally a good sign. There might be some. Oh, especially since these are binaries, they might be even smaller. Not you. 400 again. Nice and easy. Who doesn't like a good lumpy? I have to scan that. I mean, with it being metal rich, that means it's actually quite valuable. Metal rich. Well, I'm not necessarily going to map them all. Definitely worth scanning to find out what's on the surface. And actually landing on a really small metal rich body, I can maybe demonstrate good opportunities for material scrounging. Ooh, in it had me good high percentage. And because it has geological features, if you map the planet and you land near them, it's Itrium City. Impressive stuff. Oh, there you are. It's got a ring! This is the beauty of exploring. You never know what you're gonna find. 8.7 Earth masses. Wow, that's big boy. Oh, this is a good system. I'm glad we came here. What do we got? What else? Not so. Okay. Since we're invested now, we might as well pack the whole lot. Right. Material. Having the volcanism just does make it a lot easier scrounging. But where are my tiny bears? You are okay. I mean, look at how beautiful that is. Gotta be done. On. Got some good stuff on it as well. Arsenic, tin, mercury, antimony. Very, very good for materials and synthesis. Best thing about worlds this small? One probe is all it takes. While we're flying out there, have a look at some of the others. Okay, that was 0.9. Well, because these guys are in little binary system, the tidal forces between the two are inducing a little bit of volcanism. And very nice place. Low gravity, some quite highly sought after materials. Me, However, more interested in mapping that. metal rich, rocky. Not bad at all. Bear with me. While I guess if I'm gonna land on this, I'll be potato. Put my shields back on. Be having that cargo hatch. Vehicle hangar might be quite handy too. Boost that while we're at it. Oh, guess what? Leap of shame! You may be able to tell by now that I don't have the Super Cruise Assist installed on this particular ship. Closer to that star than I imagined would be. Want to see the true lumpiness. Coming up. You just don't normally expect the horizon of a planet to actually be flat. Here's where you have to be quick with the old bypass. Oh, you can flatness. How's that for a stellar screenshot? Grab on. Yeah, you, not even in your wildest imaginations can you imagine that that is anything approximating a sphere. Yeah, that's kind of it. Oh, you know what they say, small is beauty. It's practically square. It's a Borg planetoid. Right. Keeping an eye on the time because if I give this another 20 minutes, we're gonna crash out with a blue screen of death. So, what I am going to do is I'm gonna map it and I'm gonna land on one of those lovely big flat areas. I can avoid crashing. Oink. Ooh, I didn't realize this had logical signal. Ugh. Right. Where one that is light. How does she just? Well, I guess we'll find out. I love these tiny words because the geological features on them are just so disproportionately large compared to the actual scale of the planet. Like mountain ranges are like, oh, quite what I. How about number 50 kilometers, 300 meters. It'll take a couple of minutes, but you know, if you were in low Earth orbit, right, and you were looking from the International Space Station out over the horizon of the planet, would you see mountains that tall? Uh-uh, absolutely not. And that's what I love about these really, really tiny planets. Because everything is just so hugely exaggerated. Have a quick. I didn't twig that this actually had geology. Pipe. Silicate vapor. We can't go geezer bungee jumping, fortunately. The mass is low anyway. The mass of the planet doesn't generate enough. So what we will do is I will land, take a little break, and end the stream here. And when I come back, not sure whether it'll be a little bit later. Um, we will do a little bit of materials gathering around this little geological site. Fluid mine. So I can land, find place. Why not? And crash into the ground. Because why wouldn't you? I may have the one issue landing the Anaconda. Doesn't like small, rough terrain. But there we are. Ah. So, when we come back, we will explore this wonderful little terrain, and I will see you then.